Donald Trump was sitting next to NATO President Mark Rutte, and he was talking about, he was asked about Greenland, and he thinks that the United States will eventually annex Greenland. And he said basically that it's going to happen, was commenting about how there's already a military presence on Greenland or in Greenland, and how they could use that potentially to take over the island, that we could keep sending more and more troops there to that base. And then go on. And he turned to Pete Hegseth, who was also there, and said, Pete, don't answer that. Basically telling Pete to shut his mouth before they said something contradictory or whatever. Now, for his part, the president of NATO basically said they were going to leave that discussion outside. Pretty much he didn't want to get into a pissing match like Zelensky did with Donald Trump within the Oval Office, so he dodged the question. Now, for their part, Greenland and Denmark have said repeatedly that Greenland's not for sale, and they would defend any attempt to take over Greenland by the United States, and ultimately, with Denmark being part of NATO, NATO potentially could be involved in some kind of a defense measure. But Donald Trump doesn't care about that. Now, he still claims that we need it for national defense. I do not believe it has anything to do with national defense. It has everything to do with the natural resources that are available in Greenland, and Donald Trump wanting to find a way to lease those out to his billionaire buddies and make a profit, whether that is them giving him, a bribe under the table, or some kind of a deal where he is part owner or something. I guarantee you there is a financial benefit to himself from doing this deal. It is not about national security. Now, ultimately, I don't think we are going to ever acquire Greenland. We tried back in the 40s. That never happened. Donald Trump floated the idea during his first term. It was immediately shot down, and we didn't hear about it again. But as he is now older and apparently suffering the effects of mental decline, maybe possibly dementia, he gets focused on it, and it's kind of like a dog with a bone. He keeps going back to it because he's interested in it. Now, we will see what comes of it, but I just think at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen. It's all bluster, and I think it's distraction, trying to get you focused on what he's doing in Greenland, and not on the fact that they're having trouble funding the government, and that they're having trouble doing this, that, and the other thing that they promised, and that the economy is not doing nearly as well as he said it would day one.